In this video, I'm talking about a book I read called The Way of the Turtle. And it's actually a very fascinating book about the stock market and how there was an experiment done many years ago where two legendary stock traders wanted to see if they could turn ordinary people that had no experience as traders and make them very successful very quickly. And they ended up picking a group of people, and one of the people picked did very, very well and made millions of dollars for the traders. And he wrote a book called The Way of the Turtle. And what I want to share in this video is a lesson learned in The Way of the Turtle that can be used in the rest of your life. Oftentimes, they had patterns or things that they decided were a good time to invest or to trade. And what would happen is they would make that choice to invest in something, and then they would just have to let it go. They would have to say, you know what, I'm going to let the trend or the investment play out. And they said that they would often have ping pong tournaments in their office because they'd had so much downtime. They'd make their trade, and then literally it might be days before they would do something again. So they would be playing ping pong and having fun, and some of the neighbors in the other offices would be angry because they had all this downtime and didn't have to work, traditional hours and do something every minute. And I think what I want to explain to you about the way of the turtle is in anything you do, think of turtles. They move slowly. They're not running around like crazy trying to do everything in every minute. They're going slowly, but they do always get to where they want to go, because if you go 10 feet and you go very slow, eventually you get 10 feet. If you go 20 feet, if you go slow, you get there. I think in your own life, if you want to achieve success, have a turtle mentality. Many of us, are in a kind of an instant get rich quick kind of mindset. We want to win the lottery, or we want to have a business get bought and go public in a month. And what I've learned is even those so-called get rich quick people, it's often been years and years of work and talent. I've known a lot of successful actors and writers and businessmen, and many of those people in the fields that they're in took years before they succeeded. They practiced for 10, 20 years. They tried, they had failures, and eventually they get that big success. And now it's like they are overnight successes. But in fact, they were turtles going slowly, building the talent and the abilities that they had. I also want to say to you that, if you're trying to get rich, do it slowly. Start by putting $1 away every day, or $1 a week, or $5 a week, and then eventually put $10 away. I have an uncle who was a very smart man, and he made a lot of money. He's a multimillionaire. He owns a lot of real estate. And what he did was he first found one home for him and his wife to live in, and he bought the home, and he got a really good deal on it. Then eventually he saved up a little bit of money and he bought a small investment property and he rented it out. And eventually he saved up a little more money and bought a second one. Every year he would just buy 1 or 2 houses. Now he started this in his 30s, and by the time he was in his 50s he had close to 20 houses. He would also start to pay them off, so eventually he would have no mortgages. So he now has 20 or 30 houses, maybe even more, and they have no mortgages, and they bring him in rent. And even when the economy tanked, he still had all these properties with no mortgages giving him rent every month. And I learned from him that he had a very slow mentality. He wasn't trying to buy 1,000 houses in 1 year. He wasn't trying to build a massive high-rise. He just did what he could, slowly and steadily, buying these properties, renting them out, and he became a multimillionaire. And he, in his 50s, is one of the few people in his town. He lives in a normal middle-class town in New Jersey, and he's a multimillionaire because of that slow and steady accumulation of wealth. Now, if he wanted to get even richer, he could take some of that money and do larger projects now that he has this base. The point that I'm saying to you is go slow and steady and be like that turtle, and you can end up rich and successful and achieving all of your goals and your dreams. I believe oftentimes having support and encouragement makes it possible to achieve what's in our heart. We do one-on-one coaching where we work with you and we motivate you and we encourage you and we help you to make positive progress. I would love to have you check out our website. It's called willlisten.com. We call it that because we will listen to you. That's will, W-I-L-L, listen, L-I-S-T-E-N.com. And we also offer uplifting stories and quotes and inspiration to help you have a better life. Thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you listening to it.